Hi, I'm Sally and this is the tutorial for my blossom bracelet. Now I know that there are other bracelets called like butterfly blossom and other variations of that, but I haven't found another just blossom bracelet, so I'm going with it for now. And I haven't found a design the same as this or too similar to this, so I'm hoping that this is original. This is my own design. I haven't seen it anywhere, and I have looked to make sure. So I will show you how to make this one and I hope you like it. So let's make a start. Okay, to make these little petal things, this is what I'm going to show you first, how to make these little blooms. So I'm going to use two colours. The first one, I have already made some. So the first ones I use making these sort of bi-colour, sort of duo colour, two colour bands. So they're orange and yellow. So I've already made the ones using those bands. So I'm going to show you how to make one more, and I am using, again, a two colour band. I don't know how well you'll be able to see on camera, but these are yellow and white, sort of alternate around them. So I'm going to place one of these, just going straight up down the centre, taking two of my bands, and I'm going from the left second pin into the centre, same on the right, and my camera mirrors what I'm doing, so although it may look like I'm doing my left when I'm saying my right, for me it is my right, it's mirrored. And then we're going from my left second down into the centre, and same on the right. Oops. Like so. So you make a diamond shape, place a cap band on this centre pin here. Now in total, unless you have very small wrists, I have made 12 of these. So I've done 6 of one colour and 6 of another. With this one, I think I did 3, I think, of each, 3 or 4 of each. So it depends on, you can always do more and have more flowers on it if you wish to. It's entirely up to you and your taste, but 12 is quite a good number. So I'm going inside this cap band, pushing it back and taking the top 2. There we go, top 2 bands. So I'm doing this sort of more citrusy colours. My bands are caught. There we go, got it. Okay, back in, getting the last 2, hooking them round, in through the side pin and looping that up to the centre, and in through the side pin on the other side and looping that up to the centre as well. So this is what you should have so far, like this. And then I'm going in through this top centre pin here and finding the single band and pulling it forwards. So just hold that there for a minute so you can see if yours looks the same, which hopefully it does. Then if you remove this and place it onto a holding hook, or you can already put it down the bottom of your loom as well, it shouldn't be in your way. I'm placing mine on a holding hook. As I said, you will need to pause the video and make another 11 of these in whichever colour you want. But I've already made mine, because once you've got the hang of it, you don't need to be shown how to make the same thing 12 times over. So as I already have mine, I have 6 of each here. I'm going to show you how to make the rest of the bracelet. So I'm going to use double bands in green, I think, for the centre, so it looks like a flower stem. So taking 2 green bands. You're going to place them over the top of your loom in the centre here. And then we're going to go all the way down using 2 bands all the way down the centre of the loom right to the bottom. I have some ridiculously large bands here, so I'm just going to get rid of those out of the way. Don't quite know what went on there with those ones. If you wanted it to look more solid, you can use 3. On this I use 3 bands, which does make it look thicker. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So we're nearly there with this, like so. So just sorting out these bands, like that. So we've got all the way down to the bottom. So you will need to cap it off just here. It's taking a single band, wrap it around 3 times around that last pin. 3. Then we're going to make like little branches coming out of this main stem. So taking 2 bands, on the left hand side here, we're going to go from the second left pin into the centre, like so. Taking another 2 bands, we're going from the right third and into the centre, going down to the left fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the centre, the right sixth and into the centre. So we're getting this sort of pattern. Another 2 bands. We're going left 8th, so the 8th pin on the left, and then down into the centre, and the right 10th, so that's the 8th, 9, 10, so there. So this is what you should have. You can put them pretty randomly, they haven't got to be in those exact positions, but if you want more flowers on your bracelet, then just add in more, and that's fine. I'm going to place 2 of my little flowers on each of these. So I'm going to go along first with the orange and yellow ones. And I'm just stretching out the band we used to tie up to the band that was at the top. And I'm just placing these, I'll work down my bracelet, over the end of each one of these little sort of side shoot bits. And don't put them straight, put them slightly at an angle if you're having 2 on, so you can see both. And you're just stretching them over the ends like that. Like so, and I'm going to take my second colour, so my yellow and white, and placing these on top. So you're making like little clusters like this. Oops. And there we go. So when you're finished, it should be like this. And we're going to work our way up, and then each time we come to one of the little offshoots, we're going to loop those in. So we're going to start at the bottom here where you've got the cat band, push the cat band back and loop up again. And now we've got a side shoot on this pin, so we're going to go in through both of the flowers and loop round and back into the centre, and then carry on up the centre. So through all of the bands. Sorry, they got all caught around my hook. There we go. Looping forwards, and again another side shoot. So go in through the flowers and looping back into the centre, down through the centre, checking I've only got 2 because that looks like 3 to me. That is only 2. Okay, just bringing it round, looping forwards, and again through the flowers on this side shooty bit, and into the centre and straight through, finding the bottom 2, oops, that is just 2, good, okay. And again there's another side shoot here, so we're just going in through that, turning it round and into the centre, going down, getting those 2, bringing it around and up again, in through here, like so. And you're just working your way up until you get to the top, but you have to loop the side bits in as you go, otherwise you'll find they won't link in properly and they'll just drop off and you'll end up with just a normal bracelet, which isn't quite so good. And I don't normally do bracelets. This is probably going to be one of the very few I do, if not the only one I've done. So far this is the only bracelet I've done a tutorial for, so... But I did think it looked nice, so I thought I'd do a bracelet tutorial. But normally it's charms I do. Okay, and then once you get to the top, just find those 2 loose bands and just link them through. So you just pull them up and through, and then just hold them on your hook like so. So they're not tied, they're just on your hook, and then you can remove this from your loom. Just unhook the flowers from each side. They should all be securely attached. Just give it a little tug and off it will come. So there's the blossom part of your bracelet, like so. You can have more or less on if you wish. So it's there, like that. I'm going to make the extension part, unless that will fit around your wrist, which for me it won't. So I'm going to add in another 7 links. So I'm just going to do this as normal single chain bracelet. So starting at the top, I'm going to go down with the single bands down 7 because 7 fits me. 4, 5, 6 and 7. The bit that's on your hook you're going to attach over here instead of adding on a cap band, like so, and then we're going to go inside this blossom part and find the bands, and then you're just going to, just going to loop them all the way up to the end. You can do this as double bands if you wish. You can always make another one of these and add them on if you want to. Like so. Okay. And then when you've done that, if you take these bands here, just stretch them over to the pin that's next to them. You can go that way if it's easiest. Take an S clip or a C clip and place it around these two pins. So as you can see, hopefully my S clip's just hanging there. There you go. And once you've done that, you can remove it. So S clip will hold it all together for you. So this is what you should have so far. And the other part of the S clip or the C clip, whatever you're using, is going to go through this cap band on the other end. So if you can, stretch it over 2 fingers and hook it like that. And there you have your blossom bracelet. So I hope you've enjoyed making this design. There we go. Please hit like and comment. Let me know what you think of the design and of the tutorial. Please hit subscribe to be notified when I bring out new tutorials, which at the moment is quite often. I am on Twitter and Instagram at Sally's Looming if you'd like to follow me on there. I do follow back, especially on Twitter. And you can share pictures of your finished designs, make requests and any comments you want to make on there. I'm also on Facebook. If you search Sally's Looming, all one word, and you'll find my group on there, where again you can comment, request, share pictures, anything you like. Alternatively, you can just comment under this video. Either way is good.